Welcome back to the Mr. Big Fact Show. Now, Tariq Nasheed is a gift that keeps on giving. And I told people already, as long as he's on the internet popping shit, I will have my foot on his neck. To all the haters that come in the comment section and talk all that nonsense, keep it coming. Keep it coming. One person told me, I'm obsessed with Tariq Nasheed or I'm gay. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. See, you gotta watch him because he's the one that's buddy buddy with Marcel Dixon. So you gotta try to figure out who's really gay. That's the man that's always smacking his lips, licking on his lips. You know what I'm saying? You gotta, wolves in sheep's clothing. Y'all gotta be careful who y'all follow, man. Now this man is back at his bullshit again, trying to convince the cult members that the United States government is gonna give y'all $20 trillion. Now listen, man. Come on, man. Yo, this is hilarious. Like at some point in time, you guys gotta wake up out of this dream. You gotta wake up out of it. Do you guys even know what $20 trillion is? Now that number alone, I know it gets y'all aroused. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all get a hard on just thinking about it. $20 trillion. Can you imagine what I would do with that? $20 trillion. That's more than the United States GDP. That's probably more than the United States is worth. Now, how are they gonna give you $20 trillion? You can't even get $1 trillion from the US government. You hear me? Not even one. Not even 100 billion. They can't. They're not going to do it. It's not going to happen. So stop sitting there on your asses waiting for this check. This imaginary check is not coming. Now, I know some of y'all going to get upset. You're going to put some dirty comments. Keep them coming. I like them. I love them. Now, the man's talking about money. And he already got his money because y'all idiots gave him $2 million. You notice he stopped talking about the museum and all that. Now he knows he gets y'all rowdy when he talks about other people's culture and other black people. Y'all get mad because y'all want to be the only ones, right? You ever watch The Highlander, Duncan MacLeod of the Clan MacLeod? There can only be one. I have no rival. No man can be my equal. That's the FBA cult and a certain percentage of black Americans. They've been fooled to think that they're better than everybody else, that there's nobody better, that they created everything on God's green earth. Everything belongs to them. They built the United States from the ground up. So build another United States then. I'm so sorry that I have to do this, but I have to do this. You guys are online spewing all this hate. They say don't throw stones if you live in a glass house, right? You guys live in a glass house. Let me don't try to use big words that I can't pronounce. But you guys live in a glass house and you keep throwing stones at everybody. Now that shows your insecurities. It shows that you're insecure about yourselves and that you have to take, cheap shots and attacks on other people because you're jealous. Now that's Tariq. Tariq is jealous. Or he's being paid because you can't have this much energy to go online almost every day spewing this garbage. You have to be getting a salary. There has to be something in it for you. And he keeps fooling all these trolls and these bots and letting y'all think that y'all gonna get $20 trillion from the United States government. This shit is hilarious, man. I just can't stop laughing because this is just laughable. You can't even get $2 billion, $3 billion from the US government. Right? Back to throwing stones at glass houses. Now, the so-called FBA cult, the Klan, and a few of you so-called black Americans, You guys are in the worst state ever. You guys are worse off than you were 50 years ago. Okay? Now, you have to clean house before you go out there screaming and shouting that you want money. You got great buying power. From what I heard, it's about $1 trillion. But all you do is buy Jordans and weaves, right? Brazilian butt lifts, all that. That's all y'all do. Kanye West said it, man. They made us hate ourselves and love their wealth. That's why Honey's saying, where the ballers at? Drug dealers buy Jordans, crackheads buy crack, and the white man gets paid off for all of that. Don't forget. So while y'all busy attacking other people, these people are getting rich. Now he's going after the black Afro-Latino population, right? I'm telling you, the xenophobia tactic is what they know upsets people, because they think that people are going to get mad if they think that people are going to replace them, or somehow they're going to, they're better than them. The black man can't accept the fact that he's not perfect. The black man and black people in America believe that they're the best. They're the best thing since sliced bread, and nobody can compete with them. Nobody's better than them, but they're watching they're watching it in a different lens. They're watching it in a lens of how much basketballs they can dunk and how much bars they can spit in the studio, right? And other people they're not measuring by that. They're measuring by how many homes and buildings and land and how much bank accounts and how much loans they can get from these big establishments. But we're watching how much basketball we can dunk and how we can rap and how much we can dance. And yeah, but these people are passing black people because they got the more intelligence. They're more smarter than black people. They know how to work the system better than black people. Don't throw stones if you live in a glass house. Black people got house cleaning to do. Black people got to stop killing each other. Black people got to stop aborting their babies, black women, right? The government's not going to give you nothing close to $20 trillion for no reason. He said it. By the time 50, 20, 30 years from now, this country is going to be diverse. So diverse, you won't be able to tell who's who. It's almost like that right now. Even if you separate so-called FBA and have your own lineage or whatever, you're not going to get nothing. This government is not going to give you $20 trillion. And the fact that you're trying to say, well, it's only for the FBA descendants of slaves, you got to understand. If they said, right, that they were talking about giving it to black people on a whole, black people, not no minority or people of color, black people, right, who's in this country, it's not that much. It's not the whole of Africa in the country. It's not the whole of the Caribbean. The immigrant population, the black immigrant population in America is only 4 point something million people. That's it. If they were talking about that, giving it to people, like, shit, let them give it. Let them give it. Well, maybe y'all might get a little less, but at least everybody's going to get it. You know what Jay-Z said? All the hustlers, they love it just to see one of us make it. But y'all don't have that mentality. Y'all want the whole enchilada, right? We want it all. No, nothing for you. Nothing for that one, right? Now, if you a new immigrant, you just come to America, I don't know. I don't think you should get that. But if you here, you a citizen and you live in this country for over 10 years and you've been through the struggles, let's say you make it where you don't get as much as an FBA, so-called, or you don't get as much as a black descendant of a slave, but you get something. No, they're pushing so that the so-called lineage that they can't prove who's part of it, they can get it all. That's the problem. That's what the government's going to say. Y'all a bunch of greedy bastards, right? Because they're not going to give it to you. Now, I'm not disrespecting or talking down, but you're not going to get it. Do you know how many poor white people live in America? You got to travel sometimes. You got to go to the Midwest. You got to go to the South. You got to see how these people live. There's so much poor people in this country, man. These people work like dogs. They work from the ground up. We don't see that. We believe that all white people are rich and privileged, which is a total lie. The white population in America is probably about 200 million. How could they all be rich? They're not. Do you think that these people, these poor people, do you think who vote for the Republican Party, even the Democratic Party, do you think they're going to sit idly by and allow the United States to give black people $20 trillion? Talk to me. Do you really think that the United States is going to sit back and give black people $20 trillion? They won't even give them 0.5% of that. It's never going to happen. They've already paid for reparation, is what they're saying. They're doing the old Kanye West. They're saying that your presence is a present. They're saying that your presence in America, that you here, that's your present, basically. So that whole $20 trillion shit is out the window. I could put everything out, man. I put my house on it. It's not gonna happen. Nobody, no government, no president is gonna give black people no $20 trillion, not even 1%, a quarter, 0.5% of that. Now, on a collective level, if all the black people go at it, something may happen. You might get grants for land. You might get, you know what I'm saying? You might get the availability to get loans, you know what I'm saying, to get property and, buy up some of this American land that they owed. But $20 trillion is a pipe dream. It's never going to happen. It's never, ever, ever, ever going to happen. Nobody's getting $20 trillion. Not in this day and age. Not in this day and age. They'll give y'all something. All y'all who claim to be FBA, whatever. But it's going to be under this condition where you got to do what the Indians did. You got to get a spot and you got to stay in that spot. You can't come out. And you know what's going to happen? Y'all going to go over there. It's going to be everybody killing each other. It's going to be bad governance. It's going to be crackheads everywhere. It's going to be all types of crazy shit. And y'all going to just stay right there. They going to do it. If they do it, that's what they going to do. They going to say, all right, we going to give y'all a whole 1,000 acres, 1,000,000 acres of land, and all y'all so-called FBAs got to go live there. And we going to block y'all off, and y'all can't come in the society. Y'all can stay over there and create your own world. And y'all going to self-destruct. Because all y'all know is to depend on the white man. Right? That's why a lot of y'all are afraid to leave, to even go visit the motherland. Ain't nobody tell you to stay. Well, all you know is the white man. That's your ancestor. Your ancestors are white men, Europeans. That's why you got the names of the Europeans. That is your true ancestors. So you're fighting your ancestors for reparations. But they're not going to give it to you. We got to keep it real. Now, I know a lot of y'all going to get mad. Say, fuck out of here. Say what you want. I'm just telling you the truth. You're not getting no $20 trillion. That man is selling you a dream. That man is selling advertisements. That man is getting paid off of YouTube. That man's getting paid for interviews. That man got $2 million from you dummies. The $2 million that you gave this man, y'all could have saved that, and y'all could have bought some land. Y'all could have put some more, and y'all could have got some serious shit done. But the problem is, black people are too greedy, and they're too cheap. That's why y'all won't never get nothing accomplished. Now, let me tell you something. When I used to work in New York City, right? I worked on Flatbush Avenue, Brooklyn, New York. And I used to work in a sneaker store, selling sneakers after I came out of high school. And it was a Jewish man, right? Jewish business. I'm not going to say his name. But every time you would see a couple Jewish people, every week or twice a week, they would come around with a rabbi. And the rabbi would start praying and saying these words and coming up to the counter. And then my boss at the time would always have to give him money. Yeah, and he would go to every business which were all owned by Jewish people, and he would get money. That's how they do it. They help each other. And they had to do it because it's code. And if you didn't do it, there'll be a way that you get shamed, and yeah. So that's the only way that I could see the so-called FBA getting on code, is by getting on code and enforcing that code, right? But y'all so rebellious that nobody's gonna want to listen. You can't tell me nothing. This is my money. That's what it's gonna be. And when you go against that, they're gonna get the FBI to come get your ass, right? That's what's going on. That's why none of y'all can't go to Chicago and pull no ranks. Y'all can't go there and say, hey, stop the killing. Hey, I'm taking over the block. Because the same dudes that's out there acting like they gangsters, they the ones that's going to snitch on y'all. They the one that's going to make the government bring you up on charges just for trying to protect the community. But I say that to say that without unity, without the code, the real code that has to be enforced, there's no reparations. It's a dream. It's a pipe dream, man. You're never going to get it. And sitting on the internet and disrespecting other black people, it's not going to help you, because guess what? They watching. They watching you. You look petty. You look desperate. Is that all you can do? Just beg the government? And I'm going to sit back here and wait for my piece of that $20 trillion. Yeah, okay. You're going to wait there till you become a skeleton, because ain't nothing coming. Ain't no $20 trillion coming, man. Go do the math on how much that is. If the United States give black people $20 trillion, there's going to be a civil war, and black people ain't got no protection, and they're going to get wiped out totally, and they're going to take all that money. Black Wall Street wasn't even worth $1 billion in today's money. And look what they did. Do you think they're going to allow your black ass to get $20 trillion from this government? You got to understand, this is taxpayer dollars. They're not going to give you no taxpayer dollars. Bro, these taxpayers will lynch niggas, man. These white, they would go nuts on the street. That's not going to happen. Got to keep it real. I know a lot of y'all going to be commenting, talking a lot of shit, because y'all just don't like the way I bring it across, though. That's just how I be. That's just how I am. Make me get into the slang shit. But you not getting no $20 trillion, man. Face the music. It's not going to happen. Dream on, baby. Dream on. Everybody got a right to dream. Now that man keep gassing y'all up. Every day, it's a new ethnicity that he's mad of. Now he's talking about the Afro-Latinos. First it was the Black Caribbeans and Africans that he got his ass whooped. They was on his ass because, half of the Black American population ain't about that shit. They just living their life trying to survive. And, you got a little fraction, just a little fraction that's trying to make them all look bad. Just like you got the faction of niggas out here that's killing, that's doing dumb shit on the streets, that's out here in the hood, that make all the good black people look bad. This the same shit with the FBA movement. That's why I don't paint with a broad brush. I talk about FBA and some of the people that follow them, because it's a cult. The real blacks don't got time for that shit, man. They busy getting money, bro. They busy working and getting education and money. They know reparations ain't gonna come. The smart ones know that. But the dummies, nowadays you got a whole lot of dummies on the internet, right? All they do is look at memes all day and just watch TikTok. You know what I'm saying? That's who he's talking to. That's who he's talking to. That's who he's trying to target. Can't target the intelligent black people, man. Like me. See, we gonna call your ass out. That's why everybody mad. Why you calling out Tariq? Why you telling the truth? Don't tell the truth. Anyway, y'all have a good one. Peace out.